Let's talk about what configuration options for Klevu search are available in the Klevu Merchant Center and how to tune those to what works best for you and your users. Now, it's pretty simple. They're straightforward, they're well documented, and they're pretty cool too. So let's dive in and see what's available here. The first thing I would recommend, and it's a little bit out of the way, is take a hop over to this personalization tab. Now, I've already enabled this, but make sure you enable personalization for search. Now, you might want to consider getting a lawyer involved if you need to update your privacy policy, but just make sure you have that set, check this, and then hit save. Done. This is now available. Personalization is now available on search. So make sure you get that one out of the way. Again, it's a little hard to see. Coming back over here to our dashboard, there's a couple of things I want you to see. First, live view is kind of like Google Analytics Live. It's kind of cool and just giving you some immediate use of our visibility into how the website is used. This is probably most beneficial at a high traffic time. Let's say you send out a marketing campaign and you want to see what are people searching for right then. Maybe to give you insights as far as what was missed in your marketing campaign. Maybe there was some information that should have been included. There was some confusion that is generated. This live view right here can give you very immediate insight into what people are searching for. Now, of course, beyond that, you have the ability to look at these overall statistics. Again, very similar to Adobe Commerce here. You can see what people are searching for. Keywords with 0 results. This is a very important aspect to just keeping an eye on how the website is operating. What keywords are you finding have absolutely no results at all? And of course, we can see what are most clicked on, where people are clicking on this, that sort of thing. So this is really helpful and valuable as we go forward. Now, this customizations tab is really where I want to spend more time talking about here. Couple of things in here. So we have 2 different autocomplete styles. When you are searching in the search bar at the top of the screen, you can have it look like this or like this. The idea is this left one has more information, which could ultimately be a little bit more cluttered. It might be a little more complex for users to grok, and versus the one on the right is a little bit simpler. So what it shows here on the left is the primary difference is the list of facets or other options to filter this down as far as in a category view. Over here on the right is a little bit more streamlined, just showing products. Now, where would you want to use one versus the other? The big idea is if you feel like customers are going to live in this autocomplete, this is going to serve more as a replacement for search. The products that they see right away, it's hard to get them to the exact one they want. Versus the option on the right here, they're going to probably find most of what they want almost maybe on the first search. It's going to be fairly easy to sort this out. So depending on the usage of your website, consider one versus the other, play around, go one backwards to the other. It's really easy. Just swap it back and forth. Now, one thing to note is if your developers have customized the CSS or the styling of these pages or these boxes, then you probably don't want to just like flip it back and forth at will. If you do, you're going to probably get some ugly results. So I suggest coordinating with them or asking them to style it out both ways, so that gives you the flexibility. But then again, if you style it out both ways, that kind of costs you double. I mean, it shouldn't cost that much, but it still costs you a little bit extra. So the search as you type layout autocomplete is really, really valuable. And I highly recommend that you just take a look through this here and see what this does. So it gives you great examples of this. And this is one of the things I like about Klevu a lot is they walk you through this process. Yes, I'm walking you through this as well, but they make it so it's really easy to see how it's going to look on your store. And ultimately, out of the box, it doesn't look bad at all. Again, you might want to tweak some colors, make it fit better with your branding, but out of the box, it looks really, really good. All right, so search as you type layout. Coming over to this next tab here, customizing CSS. I'm guessing this was a legacy thing because it's no longer available to do here, which does make sense. A couple of general settings that would be available: show out of stock products and search results. Generally speaking, you're probably going to have this set to no. I recommend leaving out of stock products still browsable on your website, maybe not in the category pages, but at least so Google, those links still exist on Google. They still exist in the sitemap, but you're not directing customers to out of stock products unless on those out of stock product pages you have a way to notify when they will be back in stock. So these are high traffic items that you need that are out of stock very temporarily. Make sure you have an email address sign up on there so that your customers can be notified when these products come back as soon as possible. All right, in this case, we can show popular searches, include or exclude keywords. If somebody's spamming your website, you probably will come up with some exclusions right there, etc. So this is all just basic stuff that we can set. So show search box on search results page. This depends on if you want to show a box at the top of your search page when you have made a search on that on the search page. So just a couple of things to keep in mind. All right, the personalized search recommendations page. I really like this concept here. So when you click into the autocomplete, what shows? Granted, most people are going to be searching for something, but when you click into that, you do have a split second of time, a window of opportunity. So you can show these trending products. You can show recently viewed products. This is kind of a silly anecdote, but I really have liked in our project management tool, we use Jira. In that search bar, I click into it and it shows the list of recently clicked issues, the ones I've visited recently. I find that very handy. And so as a slight comparison, while it's not going to be immediately useful for everyone all the time, it can be a functionality enhancement that is shown on your website. Remember, after you change any of this stuff, click save, and you can also set the caption for this. Now, you can also translate this by coming up here, changing the store, then you can set the caption for this. So if you need to translate, etc., it's right here, super easy to do. We're going to talk about faceting here in a later time as well. But so we're not going to get into that at this point. But one thing to note is continuing on to our content CMS search, you can also opt to show non-product content, which means like your CMS pages, which I find is very valuable. And I would highly recommend putting that on the page. Add to cart. Do you want to include an add to cart button? Yes or no? What would help you influence this decision? Well, if your website includes products that have a lot of options like apparel or shoes or anything that requires customization, or you have options like a lot of configurable products, at that point, you probably do not want an add to cart button. Why? Because you click add to cart, it's going to take you over to this page and says you need to specify the options. Well, they're going to have to end up on that page clicking it. So why make them feel second class by showing them an error when they took an action that you offered for them to take? So if you have the customizable products like configurables, just leave the add to cart button off. But if most of your products are set to are just one-click add to cart, super easy, then why not? Throw it on there. At the end of the day, there is no way to turn it on or off for specific products, in case you asked that. Continuing on, we have our price. We can show the product price in the search results, which is probably 9 times out of 10, probably something that, well, unless you're B2B, you wouldn't want to have that possibly set there. We can set the price, control how this is shown. We have some value-added tax options, as well as controlling from a translation or internationalization standpoint here. You can receive daily search results in your email, which is a great way to help keep you on top of this. You get an email and it prompts you to get in there and do a quick check, see how everything is running. Now, finally, another fantastic feature of this is what are we going to show on a page that has no search results? And you have a lot of options. You can show a message. You can tie messages to the specific keywords that they were typing in. That is super helpful. You can upload a banner ad. Well, upload meaning you have to have it already uploaded to your website. So keep in mind when you see these and it says what's the image URL, what you can do is go into create a CMS page on your website, upload the image there, save the page, and then go view that page in the web browser, copy out that URL and drop it right here. It's pretty easy to do that. And you don't have to like get a developer involved or anything like that. So in other words, create a CMS page, upload your image there, save the page, view it on the front end, and copy the image URL and drop it here. Now, there's even ways to make it faster than that. You can probably just copy it right out of the image itself once you upload it onto the CMS page, but it probably is easiest just to go through the whole process. So you can show the banner, etc. You have some control over that. But it's really, really nice to be able to help customers not just encounter a dead end, but we're going to help them learn how to properly, or what the next step is to take in this. We're enhancing the customer journey through this no search results page. So again, like I've said a number of times, Klevu is super easy to configure out of the box. It has great configuration options already selected. You can exert some control for your specific use cases here. Do that. You're going to get a lot of value out of that, and you're going to help customers walk through this journey and hopefully end up purchasing more products as a result.